Greetings everyone, Zed here. With the release of patch 4.7, we have a bunch of new collectible things to acquire, so in this video, I'm going to give you a complete rundown of all the collectibles in the patch. Anyone who knows me knows my biggest passion in Genshin is collecting as much as I possibly can, and I want to pass that knowledge on to you. Some quick housekeeping here. I do apologize this video is coming out later than I would have liked, most likely right before the second half of the patch, but I was in Hawaii for a couple of weeks right at the start of 4.7, but better late than never. I preferably want to get these collection videos out before the end of the second week of the patch is live to avoid missing any time-sensitive collectibles, but that obviously isn't the case here. Luckily, there's only one actually missable collectible at the point of this video's release that I'll get to later in the video. That being said, there is not a chance you would have missed this item if you were getting live collectible alerts in our community Discord. I regularly do real-time collection alerts for any new collectible items that appear in the game, no matter how big or how small. So if you want to get pinged on Discord when something new and shiny shows up, be sure to join the Discord in the link in the description of this video, and I promise you'll never miss a single collectible item again. I also have a link spreadsheet down below in the description of this video with a full breakdown of all of the new collectibles covered in the video. Lastly, with no new map areas to explore in 4.7, this video will definitely be lighter in content compared to patches with full areas to explore, such as our last patch in 4.6. So this shouldn't take nearly as long. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's get the obvious one out of the way first and start with the 3 new characters in 4.7. It should be no shock that all 3 new collectible characters are obtained through wishing, and for this patch in the first half we have Clorinde, a 5-star Electro DPS sword user, along with Sethos, a 4-star Electro DPS bow user. Electro slimes everywhere in shambles. By the time this video releases, this banner will quickly be over, but I'm sure if you wanted either of these characters you would have pulled by now. Characters are generally hard to miss. In the second half, we have Sigewinne, a 5-star Hydro healer / sub DPS bow user. Her banner should be out here in just a quick minute. With the addition of these 3 new characters, there are now 83 collectible characters in the game. Since we have 3 new collectible characters in 4.7, why not also have 3 new weapons to collect as well? Like every new 5-star hero, Clorinde and Sigewinne also have their signature weapons to collect alongside them: Absolution, a 5-star sword, and Silver Shower Heartstrings, a 5-star bow. Both of these weapons are obtained through wishing alongside their respective character banners. We also have a new event-exclusive 4-star bow, basically designed for Sethos, called Cloudforged. As mentioned at the beginning of this video, there was a missable collectible by the time this video is released, and this bow is it. Luckily though, it is a pretty hard event to miss, so hopefully if you wanted it, you nabbed it. If you completed the event in full, you should have been able to not only pick this weapon up, but also refine it to R5 with the rewarded refinement materials during the event. With the addition of these 3 new weapons, the total collectible weapon count in the game now rests at 185. Patch 4.7 brings us 14 new achievements. Patches with no areas to explore usually have much lower achievement counts, which is nice. 4 of the new achievements are in the Wonders of the World category and are obtained from completing the new Archon quest entitled Bedtime Story. Just complete the Archon quest and you can't miss these. The other 10 achievements are not obtainable until the Imaginarium Theater goes live on July 1st. The achievement category is called the First Folio, which makes me wonder if there will be new achievements to coincide with future iterations of the Imaginarium Theater. We have no idea how the Imaginarium Theater is going to fully play out, so a lot of these achievement descriptions are pretty cryptic. So I'm not going to pretend to know how to specifically obtain each one. Prior to the launch of the Imaginarium Theater, the maximum obtainable achievement total is 1230, and that increases to a maximum of 1240 after it launches. We only have one new recipe in 4.7, and that is the Boule Sauce Duck Breast. This is a 2-star recipe that can be bought from Sangonetti in the city of Fontaine. This brings us to a grand total of 192 collectible recipes. If you're curious about the breakdown, there are 9 recipes you start the game with by default, 23 event-exclusive recipes that are missable if you don't collect them during their respective event, and 160 collectible recipes that you can obtain at any time throughout your gameplay. TCG ain't playing around this patch and hit us with a very substantial update with tons of new collectible cards. We have 9 new character cards this time around. As usual, 5 of the new character cards, Fiorina, Kaveh, Wriothesley, Jinyan, and Yunjin, can be obtained by challenging them through invitations. The final 4, the Narwhal, the Consecrated Beasts, and Apep, can be obtained in the Tavern card challenges. After obtaining each character, you will also obtain their talent cards as well. Don't forget you can get skins of these talent cards by individually reaching level 10 proficiency with each character. Alongside the character cards, you can also acquire up to 45 new individual action cards by simply purchasing them in Prince's shop using lucky coins. Every character card and action card also comes with a corresponding skin that can also be purchased in the shop as well. The total character and action card counts can always be seen by asking Prince, as he will gladly display them for you. This count comes to 92 total character cards and 596 total individual action cards. It is currently impossible to buy out Prince's shop and collect every single card and skin that he sells, as Hoyo has not made it possible to collect enough lucky coins yet. If you're trying to maximize your coin intake, make sure you do your 4 Senite Gauntlet challenges each week. Also throughout 4.7, there is currently a Forge Realms Temper challenge that gives 8,000 coins. During every patch, there's also the Heated Battle mode, which gives 3,000 coins as well. These are temporary, so make sure you finish them in time. Patch 4.7 brings us 5 new name cards to collect. Anytime there is a new playable character, they get a name card for reaching friendship level 10. Since this patch brings us Clorinde, sigewinne, and Sethos as playable characters, it's not surprising we get friendship name cards for all 3. There's also a name card for the achievement category for the Imaginarium Theater I talked about earlier. We won't be able to access these achievements until the theater goes live on July 1st. The last name card is the non-free-to-play friendly card we get each patch from spending real money on the Gnostic Chorus version of the Battle Pass. With these additions, there are now 199 collectible name cards as of this patch. Gift sets are often overlooked in Genshin, but every new character release gets 2 new gift sets to complete in the Serenity Teapot. Place Clorinde, sigewinne, and Sethos with their respective gift sets in the teapot to mark them as complete. Since each collectible character has 2 gift sets and there are 83 collectible characters, there are 166 total collectible gift sets. It's quite a feat to check off all of them because you have to own every character, so this is definitely not free-to-play friendly. Avatars should be quick to cover here. We have 3 new ones, 1 for each new character this patch. Just obtain each character to collect each respective avatar. There are now 119 total avatars, 83 for each collectible character, 2 for both versions of the Traveler, 17 for each collectible skin, and 17 related to region-locked world quests. Noting, of course, no account can have both versions of the Traveler, the actual maximum collectible total is 118. On to our final section, the Archive. Luckily, since there's no new region to explore, the Archive isn't that jam-packed with new entries. This patch brings us 33 new total entries. I'm not going to go into great detail about each individual new entry, but I am going to quickly show them on screen while listing the categories to keep it brief. The entry categories are as follows: 3 new weapon entries, 3 new Archon quest entries, 8 new story quest entries, 15 new book entries, and 4 new food and potion entries. The 15 book entries and 4 of the story quest entries for sigewinne won't be obtainable until the second half of 4.7. As an aside, most of the Archive is free-to-play friendly except for the weapon collection section and the food collection section, as that requires a full roster of heroes to fully complete. If you can manage to have a full Archive with every entry, the highest achievable entry count is 2,554. Note that the actual entry count is technically 2,556, but there are 6 mini Sealy entries that no player can collect more than 4 of at any given time. Also note that again, this total isn't obtainable until the second half of the patch. Alright, that's my complete rundown of all the collectible items in 4.7. Not too bad, huh? If I find any errors after posting this video, I'll make sure to notate them down below in the pinned comment. Don't forget to join our community Discord if you have any questions about the information here or need help finding any specific collectibles in your quest. I also personally enjoy seeing people's specific accomplishments in the chats as well, so come show off. We'd love to have you. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you want to stay in the know, as I do collection videos like this every patch. See you all in 4.8. Happy hunting.